family, peace. Black at y'all again. We black family, peace. Wanted to do this little piece, this little follow up. I'm doing videos today on TikTok, on my TikTok, on esoterics and occultism in the West, and essentially, um, essentially how uh, a lot of people participate in mental masturbation instead of real esoterics or real occultism here in the West. And I wanted to speak towards that because um, it's hard to get through to them sometimes. And sometimes, people like dealing with stuff that sounds cool and that, like, piques their interest in their mind and for their personality and stuff like that. And so they like talking about stuff like demiurge. They like talking about stuff like uh, Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde doesn't even exist, but they love to feed into this stuff, and we're trying to break away from that religious type of mind, that religious type of thinking, the dogmatic type of thinking, right? Uh, and what I talk about on my TikTok really is, when I talk about esoterics, I really want to talk about the psychology of it, the psychological aspects of it, because there's that's what it is. Actually, we're dealing with the psychological aspects of developing the self, and so um, uh, people don't really talk about the psychological aspects a lot, and so you can get that's how you can get people that go crazy uh, in dealing with this kind of stuff, because they don't deal with the psychology of it. There's a science to it, and there's a way to do it. And if you're dealing with things, and if you're trying to leave religion and the dogmatic prison of religion, and trying to free your mind and become conscious, or to get into the knowledge of yourself, then um, you want to make sure you're not dealing with beliefs. You want to make sure that what you're dealing with is rooted in things that you can show and you can prove, things that have empirical evidence attached to it. Because otherwise, you're just kind of talking like, otherwise you haven't really left the religion, right? You're still talking about uh, placing the blame on somewhere other than yourself. You want to blame Mercury retrograde instead of yourself. You want to blame little crystals instead of yourself. So it's the same thing as you just traded Jesus or Allah or Buddha for a crystal or for Mercury retrograde. So it's the same thing. So we have to be very careful um, with what we're rooted in these esoteric sciences, because um, if we're rooted in something that's belief and that's not truth, then uh, we can sound crazy, we can seem crazy, and we can go crazy, because uh, it's not rooted in something that is tangible, or something that we can prove, or something that we can say, uh, uh, you know, or walk somebody through like an understanding of. So, you know, that's why it's referred to as alchemy. Even alchemy is referred to as taking something of a lesser value and giving it a higher value. You know, so that's more valuable than it once was. So, like I said, the medium doesn't matter. It could be you. It could be yourself. It could be your mind. It could be your relationships. It can be whatever you want it to be. That you improve, you're improving it. That's the whole process of what we're talking about, is improving and doing better and getting better and being better here while you're living this life in this earth. So we want to deal with things that we can show and prove, and that's why the culture that I come from, how I was trained and taught this stuff is mathematically, right? So I was taught mathematics of the universe. I was taught supreme mathematics, and I encourage everybody to learn supreme mathematics. It's almost like numerology, where we give a concept that we can show and prove why that concept is attached to that number. right? For instance, like one is knowledge, two is wisdom, and three is understanding. We'll just stop there. We'll give you three digits, three numbers: one, two, and three. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's from my school of thought. So everything starts with knowledge, with one. You must know it, or you must acknowledge or think it in order to what? To do it, which is number two, which is wisdom. Wisdom is your words, your ways, and your actions, right? It's your experience as well. It's how you experience things, and your experience you get from things, from doing things, from your words, ways, and your actions, right? So once you know something, knowledge, you start with knowledge or acknowledge the thought. I'm hungry. I want to make a sandwich. Then I can get up and I can actually do the wisdom, the two, my words, my ways, or my actions. I can go and make the sandwich, and then I can get to number three because I've now put my knowledge together with my wisdom, and I have the understanding of the experience of having the thought, getting up and making the sandwich and eating the sandwich and having the sandwich. So it was a process that had to happen. So that's why it's mathematical. Everything is a process and steps. We go from knowledge to born and back to knowledge. So everything is like cycles, is circles, and or as we refer to it as ciphers. It's a 360. So, uh, you know, just that example right there is an example of how we can use numbers that can relate, and anybody can understand that. One, two, three that I broke down, as told you right there, that can relate to anybody's life and anybody's a situation in anybody's life, whether it's getting up to make a sandwich, whether it's getting up to go to work, getting up to go to college to get your degree, whatever it is, it's the same process. You have to think about it, and then you have to go do it. And then you can get the rest that comes after that, the understanding, the culture, the power, equality, God, all the way through to born. So, uh, so it's a process, you know what I mean? So we want to make sure we're doing the process the right way, and we want to be rooted in things that we can prove and not things that we believe. So that's what I want to talk about, the mental masturbation. You can talk about Kabbalah, and you can talk about, man, that Kabbalah is like, you can just get lost there forever because there's a million different ways you can explain each letter, and there's a million different ways uh, you know what I mean? So how you can explain it just is it's just mental masturbation. You'll be there forever explaining. It's just it might not even be helping anybody or helping yourself. So we want to look at the actual process and see, are we making progress? Is what I'm doing helping people? Is what I'm doing helping me? Am I getting somewhere? This is the mathematical aspects you start to look at when you're not dealing with the belief anymore, and you're really wanting to help people and really wanting to provide healing to the people, uh, you know, and explain these things that not a lot of people explain. Everybody wants to get on here and just get my crystals or get my it's Mercury retrograde, and nobody really wants to go deep. And that's why I like to take these cliches and hit them on head on. I might have a show coming up where I take all the world's cliches and I address them, because there's a lot of messed up stuff that goes on because people don't question the cliches, and they just keep saying the cliches. They've been saying cliches for 100, 200, 300 years. And it's like, wait, let's look at that and let's see if there's any truth, false, can we fix it, improve, because a lot of the cliches really shape our culture and our reality here. So it's very important. Uh, so yeah, I just wanted to get on and say that. I'm gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes. I didn't want to make a super long video. Again, I'm on my TikTok. You can go find me on TikTok. Real REAL F. I'm sorry, not F. It's PHUXIT. Real Functionist. So go find me on TikTok and check out the videos. And we're doing esoterics. I'm gonna be doing more esoterics. And talking about, we're taking back to the black land, to the black man, because it was first. and we're oldest. And I'm tired of all the other stuff and all the, oh, Northern Africa. No, 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 no. It was all black in ancient times. I don't entertain nothing else. I don't entertain none of that light skin, blah, 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 mixing. No, none of that. So we gonna get it in. Black Power family, peace. Peace to the guys and earths out there. Peace to the 5%. Peace to the righteous. And yeah, man, stay away from that mental masturbation. Deal with stuff you can show and prove. You can at least explain on a deep level. Uh, uh, you know, and that's how we'll try to gear, society to try to do the same thing instead of having all this plethora of people out here just talking all kinds of stuff. It's like the kids out here nowadays, they just want to say anything just so they can get a little buzz or a little uh, time on social media or a little attention on social media or maybe a little money. But it's like they're willing to spread misinformation and disinformation and just deny what has always been historically accepted information and scientific information. All these new kids want to just deny everything because they think they know they the first to say it or something. And it's like, you know, I remember feeling like that when I was young too, but I had to sit back and grow and learn and stuff. And as I got older, there's nothing new under the sun, and that's for sure. So, you know what I'm saying? Peace to the family, peace. It's getting long on that video, but I hope y'all doing good. We'll do it again soon. Peace.